article.
Okay. So, oh yeah, this is great. So you're a TikToker first before you became a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber. And you wanted to talk about this. TikTokers have some advice for Joe Biden's new account. Here's how the president can avoid becoming a "how do you do fellow kids" meme. Except this is on fucking. So Sean, tell the people that don't know about you a little bit about your background. You're a Twitch streamer now. You're a YouTuber. You're a HasanAbi head, and you were up for the Hidden Gem Award at the Streamer Awards. And I wanted to have you on. I made a promise. I said if Sean wins the Hidden Gem Award, that I would do a do-rag stream, which has been requested many times over. Of course, you unfortunately did not win, even though, to be fair, like the competition you went up against was pretty solid.
Yeah,
like it was a really solid competition that you went up against. I tried to champion this cause, but unfortunately I failed again. This is the fucking every year I take a goddamn L on my Hidden Gem picks, but it's all it is. You know, it is what it is. But we're still doing the do-rag stream regardless. But go ahead, give us a little bit about your background.
Yep. So, hello. My name is SeanDaBlack on pretty much all platforms. I started as a TikToker creating content back in 2020 during the BLM, doing like conservative like response content. Moving on to YouTube later on, and then on to Twitch. Started streaming on Twitch like 10 months ago in April, like pretty like consistently. I also work with Gen Z for Change, doing a lot of political digital activism, hacktivism, coding work. You might recognize me from like the spamming the Texas Abortion Right to Life program, spamming Starbucks or Ralph's or
a criminal.
Kellogg's.
I have a criminal in here. I brought someone who's doing, they call it hacktivism.
Right.
Okay. Classic. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
And that's pretty much my background in creating content. I was up for Hidden Gem for the Streamer Awards. Shout out Cutie Cinderella for that. It's kind of surreal to be like, you know, even selected for that, because it was very tough competition. All of the competitors, if you will, are extremely funny and extremely entertaining. So if you can check out really all of them, and I would recommend you do so. Did not win, but you know, we still out here. There's always next year. There's always more events that we can go to and show out. I do think that I did win like best male fit.
True. I think so. You killed it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And then
that was not a very competitive category, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more competitive in best overall fit, in which the women like blew us out of the water entirely. Which I think Caroline won that. Shout out Caroline.
How old are you?
23.
23.
Yes.
This is a baby. Okay. Well, scarf was a nice touch. Yes, definitely. Let's not talk about the context in which you said that about, for the record. Oh, wait, never mind. This was when she was doing her natural hair and everyone was like yelling at her, and not the other thing. I thought you were defending something else.
Oh, no.
Never mind. Okay, so so it's a milkman on Black History Month, shameless.
I mean, technically she's African, so.
She is. This is true. She is Moroccan. Okay. Have you bought the cookies?
I have bought the cookies.
Oh my God, you're such a fucking simp. That's crazy.
Okay, to be fair, that's a funny story, because I bought the cookies. I was going to do a whole thing of like, I bought the cookies, you know, I was tasting them on stream. And like halfway through eating the cookies, I was like, why does my mouth feel a little bit tingly? And so I checked the ingredients, and they were made with almond flour. And I'm allergic to almonds, nuts, peanuts, tree nuts. And so I was just sitting there eating the cookies. I'm like, okay, it tastes like Oreos. And then like my mouth just started like, you know, I started itching a little bit. And I was just like, oh, okay. So now I have like 3 bags of cookies I haven't opened yet that I cannot eat.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh, look, Chad, did we miss the do-rag? Everything Now show. Look at them. They're fucking flexing. Do you see that? They came in here to flex. They're like, yeah, we're the winners.
True.
Yeah, fuck those guys. No, I'm kidding. Those guys are awesome as well. That's so funny. Yeah, you can resell them like the Trump shoes.
You're right.
You can resell the Pokemon cookies now for a higher price. Okay, so wait, where you're from Texas?
No,
You're not from Texas.
North Carolina.
You're from okay, it's like Texas basically. Okay, it's basically Texas from where I'm standing. Okay, so you're from North Carolina. You're here for the Streamer Awards. You're here for a little bit. Let's talk about your experiences at the Streamer Awards. So how'd you feel? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
Did you appreciate it?
It was sick. It was awesome. It felt like, cause I think out of all of like the nominees, at least I'm like the smallest creator there. So just going into like a room and just seeing like creators that I've watched and like I've seen on the screen before, and like being able to like interact with them, say like, you know, what's up? Just like extra interviewed me on the red carpet, and like seeing Emily, her escapades like in IRL and being able to interact with her directly is something sort of crazy that I never really thought was gonna happen. So that was kind of sick as well. I will say, I think Maya talked about this on her stream earlier, that like I was the first person there. And so like everybody else was like late. And so that was kind of weird. So me and Grandma just like kind of walked in and they're like, oh, you're the first people here. And like, it was like empty. And like my call time was like 3 o'clock. So I set my time in the middle. So like, I'll be like, oh, I get there when some streamers have already gone through the red carpet. And then I'll get through and more streamers are going to come through. So I can be like, like kind of like put it in the middle of it. But like, no, I was like the first person after like Iron Mouse.
Yeah, ain't nobody's gonna be on time. Come on, man. It's like you have to be late in Los Angeles, fashionably late. Okay, so yeah, streamers aren't on time. You met who's the like coolest person that you never thought you would meet that you met?
That I never thought I would meet. I mean, I didn't think I would ever meet. Like, I think I would have met you, but like I think that's still pretty sick. But besides like Hasan specifically, I didn't meet Pokemon Fizz, unfortunately. Pokey was like unreachable.
Yeah, no, Pokemon. I did not see Pokemon once. Like, I think she was just on stage and then she left after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else did I meet? I met a lot of sick people.
I wasn't fishing. I wasn't thinking he was gonna say me. What the fuck? Why would I? Okay.
Honestly, like Ludwig's pretty cool. Just because I've seen like a lot of like Ludwigs.
He's racist. You don't have to. You don't
I mean,
have to
okay,
do
his
that.
fit. Okay, I said this before. He looked like a Confederate soldier a little bit. With rain, he looked like a Confederate soldier with rain boots for some reason. And I don't know. I think he knows that he looked a little bit goofy, but he still thinks that like, yeah, I ate that. You know what I mean? I looked fire, which I don't know.
Okay.
A bit iffy.
Yeah, MAGA male, Ludwig MAGA male. He was getting back to his Confederate roots.
True.
Okay, who was like let's see. Like who are you like a big fan of outside of someone like myself that you were genuinely shocked that you were able to meet? Like Ludwig, is that who you're?
Yes, Ludwig was one of them. I had like a list of people who I wanted to meet, and there were some that I did meet, some that I didn't meet.
Who did you meet that you wanted to meet on your list?
Ludwig was on there. I wanted to meet in person Caroline. Denims was there, so I met Denims. That was sick. I talked to a lot of people came up to me that I didn't know who they were because they liked my outfit. So there's probably a lot of people that are pretty large streamers that I just didn't recognize because I like their outfit or they liked my outfit. I met with the Everything Now Show guys, Gappy. I met with I did meet Selbit, which Hasan introduced me to Selbit, who's actually a really sick person. I looked at a lot of his content and stuff afterwards.
Yeah. The reason why the Selbit thing is interesting is because for those of you who don't know, as soon as Sean was on the red carpet, he fucking popped off like out of nowhere. He was like going super viral, and he thought it was. I mean, you foolishly tweeted out and said, "Wow, the Spanish-speaking community is like hyping my shit up." Turns out it wasn't the Spanish-speaking community at all. Okay, where is it?
It's further down, I believe. I have all this stuff saved in the Google Doc.
Wait, let me see if I can. Oh, so make sure you don't show your phone. Obviously, that's a big one. Wait, where is it? Oh, here. I'm loving this Spanish-speaking Twitter right now. It turns out it was Portuguese speaking Twitter.
Yep.
Because Sean apparently looks like a character in the universe that Selbit has created called Dominique. Okay? So they were going crazy. Spain mentioned, even if not on purpose. Yes, but Brazil mentioned. Big W overall. So I saw that and I was like, oh, I got to link you two up. And Selbit is dope. He's He's great. He's like a big Lula guy himself. So anyway, so yeah, that was fun. You and Gremla both were styling and profiling. Tell Sean it's cool. Portuguese is just gay Spanish. Okay, we're not offending the Brazilian chatters today.
They've been very nice to me. They've been very gracious. They've corrected me. And they're like, we're Brazilian. We speak Portuguese. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, it's okay. We love you anyway. So they've been very, very, very nice and accommodating. But I found out that because my streamer word clip was, and we'll get back to the who I wanted to meet in a second. Just the clip that I used was for the CW Flash show. And I was going off about like why it's kind of wasn't great. I tweeted about it today actually. I wanted to pull that one up.
Here, I'll pull it up. 1 second. Okay.
That one right there.
Just found out Selbit and I have the same taste in peak fiction cinema. This is your CW clip.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was a kind of a weak clip for you. Like I didn't think this was I think this clip might have been part of the reason why you didn't get more votes.
Yeah, it's very hard to like distill down like who you are, especially if nobody knows you in like 60 seconds.
Is the bottom? No, Flash is the top. Reverse Flash is the bottom, but apparently they're both switches because now, originally the Reverse Flash was the bottom and the Flash was the bottom and the Reverse Flash was the top and the Godspeed is sandwiched in the middle of the two men. So it was like a 3-man sandwich. What sense does this make? Please, somebody explain to me how this can even happen and why are they even fighting with swords in the first place?
Bro, you're making us look bad with this. Your voice is cracking.
Yeah, your
voice is cracking while you're fucking talking about CW's Flash and you got fucking charts out. This is, oh God.
I mean,
super speed and you have time travel. Why is any of this an issue? None of this makes any sense. Please, somebody explain this to me. How can this go on for 2 more seasons? How can this go on for 2 more seasons?
I was correct though. I was 100%. My analysis was solid.
I believe you. I don't know anything.
And Selbit like watched it and he understood it immediately.
Flash é qual? E eu acho que o do meio é ele. É ele.
You know what? We can't just wait for another lab to get hit. Holy crap!
É ele. É ele. Atenção pro maior diálogo já escrito.
Watch out for the greatest dialogue ever written in a TV series or movie of all time.
Atenção, prepare-se.
Attention, get ready, put your hands up.
Scorsese já está com as mãos levantadas.
Scorsese already has his hands up. Get ready for the greatest dialogue ever written. Dr. Bronwit.
Dr. Bronwit! Oh my God.
Yes, I am a god. The god of speed.
There ain't no way you watch the show unironically.
The first season was pretty good, but like the rest of it was garbage. It was really bad. It sucks. But it's so dumb because it's great because it's dumb.
Bro, we're supposed to be cool leftists, okay? What the fuck is this? Don't be out there. Do not openly admit that you watch the show.
Selbit is a fan.
Yeah, he's a nerd. Exactly, bro. He's a fucking Minecrafter. What do you mean?
O nome dele é Godspeed. Acabou. Cinema.
True.
Cinema.
Cinema. Está declarado. Foda. Uma das maiores séries de todos os tempos. E se não for o suficiente...
Maybe Cara Danvers is tougher than you think.
Oh my God.
So dumb.
Esse clipe é muito bom. Eu amo esse clipe.
We're not gonna win this today.
Also, he's Brazilian. He has I watched so many fucking dog shit American TV shows when I was in Turkey. I feel like a lot of that like CW USA is another network. Almost exclusively is for like second markets. For like the international audience to watch because they're like they don't have access to all the shit that you have in America. Because like I watched like one of the shows that I watched that was like really fucking bad when I was younger is it was a USA show called Greek.
I haven't seen it.
It was like a romantic comedy almost about like Greek life in college, and I thought it was sick. Okay, so like it was just like it's really fucking bad. It was really, really, really bad, and I watched it because I had nothing else. Okay, it's an ESL show. Learn English watching trash TV. Exactly. See, there's Turks in the chat going, Flash burada büyüktü ilk çıktığı zaman. They're saying like it was big when it first came out in Turkey.
As it should be.
Desculpa, deixa eu voltar aqui. Mais clipe do Godspeed, se você quiser ver. Espero que tenha gostado aqui. Ele é tão rápido que já acabou. Ok, vamos lá.
This one was crazy.
Atenção. Eu tinha falado que aquela era a melhor linha de diálogo.
He's quoting it.
Essa é a melhor linha de diálogo.
Who are you and what are you doing in Central City?
What? What is happening? Bro, this is so bad.
It's perfect.
It is the worst. Oh God.
It's peak cinema. It's the you're losing all the flash heads right now. Chat understands.
This is crazy. This is okay. You live in America. This is not for you. Okay, this is literally for Brazil and Turkey. It's for people who are like, yeah, we don't got nothing else.
The first season was good. The first season was solid. I liked the first season, but then it went downhill. I will admit it did go downhill, but it was very funny to watch where it went. Where they're now fighting with like lightning swords.
Are you still keeping up with the Flash?
A little
Is it
bit.
still going on?
Because of the meme. Like I saw like on Twitter people posting lightning swords when it first came out, and I was like, that's kind of stupid. And so I like watched like clips of like where the further seasons have gone after like spoiler alert for the Flash if you don't know. His mom comes back because his mom was killed season 1. His dad also comes back, but his dad also dies later on, and his mom turns into the Speed Force and becomes a ghost projection host for the Speed Force, and like his wife is his half sister or adopted sister, who's black. Because she was adopted by a policeman. It's very weird. It's very crazy. I don't know how to explain this very well, but it is wild.
Someone in the chat said these shows are made for like BRICS nations. Like this is America doing soft power in BRICS nations. They're doing Hollywood diplomacy. They're doing fucking. This is how America stays relevant at the top, making shows like this specifically for like Brazilians. Okay. Listen. We're gonna move away from that because I feel like that makes you look bad.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
And instead, we're gonna go to something that I'm sure you also have an opinion on as a Gen Zer. Ezra Klein. Are you familiar with Ezra Klein?
No, not particularly.
He is a Vox.com head who now works at the New York Times. And he is he's an important figure for Democratic Party loyalists. Okay. And what do I mean by this? Well, he wrote an article and also made a podcast on the New York Times, the Ezra Klein Show, where he talked about Democrats have a better option than Biden.
True.
Okay. And the article itself basically talks a lot about how Joe Biden is old, and he finally. I mean, he starts off by saying, "My heart breaks a bit for Joe Biden. Man has been running for president since he was young. Wins the presidency finally, unexpectedly, when he's old. And at that age, brought him wisdom. And that age brought him wisdom. It brought an openness that hadn't been there before him. He's governed as a throwback to a time before I alone can fix it. A time when presidents were party leaders, coalition builders." Okay. However, he also recognizes Joe Biden's major issues and basically comes to the conclusion that the Democrats have to drop Biden.
True.
They have to drop Biden. It is unfortunately too close of a call. If you care about democracy, if you care about preserving democracy, and this is a huge and very important issue for a lot of Democratic Party voters, at least according to polls, that show that it is like their top priority basically after abortion, that you have to get someone that's more popular, young, dynamic, that will take advantage of the Roe v. Wade conundrum that has created chaos in the Republican Party and have greatly ruined their chances of winning elections, and work with someone else.
Right.
Biden's poll numbers are dismal. His approval rating lingers in the high 30s. Most polls show him losing to Donald Trump in 2024. Then comes the special counsel report, which finds no criminal wrongdoing in his treatment of classified information, which is, remember, the question of the special counsel was appointed to investigate. But the counsel takes a drive-by on Biden's cognitive fitness, saying a jury would think him a well-meaning elderly man with poor memory. Says Biden doesn't remember when his son Beau died. And Biden, enraged, does what people have been asking him to do this whole time. He takes the age issue head on, and he gives a news conference full of fury. And then when he's about to leave, he comes back to take one more question. This one on Israel and Gaza, where he says that America is no longer lockstep behind Benjamin Netanyahu's invasion. And then describing the effort he put in getting President Sisi to open the Egyptian border for aid, he slips. He calls Sisi the president of Mexico. Makes the kind of slip anyone can make, but a kind of slip he's making too often now. A kind of slip that means more when he makes it than when someone else does, including Donald Trump, for the record. Okay? So he's basically pushing for the Democratic Party to save the Democratic Party. We have to kill the Biden in the Democratic Party, proverbially, not literally. Please don't call me Secret Service. Okay? I am not a light breeze, which could take him out technically. So there's this older article from Politico. Hold on. There it is. Let's pull this up. So one in the chat sent it. Biden signals the aides that he would serve only a single term. Advises weigh the merits of a one-term pledge by the 77-year-old former vice president. Yeah, chop the arm to save the body, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's I think that this is pretty valid. The fact that Ezra Klein is coming to this position on the New York Times is huge. Okay? And the fact that even the Pod Johns have come to this conclusion as well, saying that this is an important piece from Ezra Klein, saying, especially since a lot of Democrats share his exact same concern. Yes, Biden's a good man, has been a great president, and isn't too old for the job. I don't know about that. It's a wild thing to say. Yeah. They still glaze up. They
have to.
They still glaze up Brandon, which is kind of funny because it's like they still glaze up Brandon while saying he's not too old for the job. And it's not shared by all Democrats. It's like, no, man, 75% of Democrats have been consistently saying Biden is not our guy and someone else should be running. Yeah. This is the most consistent thing that the Democratic Party aligns on. And it's genuinely terrifying. Because when you think about approval ratings, you're supposed to always be above 90% in your party. Donald Trump, albeit very polarizing of a figurehead and having like very low approval ratings on the job throughout his tenure, was still very rarely under 90% in the Republican Party. Joe Biden, on the other hand, is barely making it to 90% in his own party, which is crazy to me. I don't know what his actual approval rating currently is for the Democratic Party, but the fact that it is like anything short of 90% is legitimately a problem. Okay? Ezra says later in the article, it's too late to have a real primary, and so the party should pick the nominee at the open convention. Yes. This is actually, you know who first said it, by the way? Not motherfucking Ezra. Cenk said it first. Oh, Cenk has been pushing for this since the beginning of him running for president, okay? Despite the little pesky constitutional hurdles he must overcome for that. So, I'm not saying this because I'm uncle posting. I'm not saying this because I'm glazing him up. I'm simply saying this because, as much as I disagree with Cenk on many issues like, caving to right-wing framing on trans issues, caving to right-wing framing, and pushing the Democrats towards caving to right-wing framing on crime, okay, the crime panic, the hysteria caused by the reactionary media and the Republican Party. He is absolutely correct on this. In order to save the Democratic Party, you have to get someone else. Okay? Now, John continues, because he looks and sounds so much older than when he ran in 2020, but he hasn't been able to convince most voters that he's the right choice for 2024. The challenge is, we just don't know, and will likely never know, if nominating Biden is riskier than letting a Democrat activist and insiders pick a lesser known and potentially weaker general election candidate at the convention less than 3 months ago. This is the most, Ezra Klein is correct. but also I'm still going to glaze up Brandon posts you could get. But the fact that even they're saying anything like you should read what Ezra Klein is saying is really important.
Yeah.
Democrats have some real stars who won races in the toughest states, Whitmer in Michigan, Shapiro in PA, Warnock in GA, but it's not all clear that they'd be A, the choice for the delegates, or B, end up stronger than Biden against Trump. Even if some of these margins are probably a function of low name ID, the limited polling we have is instructive, and Trump hits 45 to 46 in every matchup, basically his numbers in 16 and in 2020. Yeah. Another day, another poll finding Biden as the best performing Dem versus Trump is ridiculous, for the record. So even if you think Biden's decision to stay in the race is driven by ego or short-sightedness, a last-minute, highly unlikely decision to step aside also represents a huge risk to democracy. Okay, this is just the fucking attacking the piece, in my opinion.
Yeah. But the craziest part is, specifically with that, is that they're saying this, but like they're the reason why there hasn't been a true primary in the first place. Like they're like, well, now it's too late for Biden to step aside and Biden to like cede ground to younger candidates, more candidates that are full of life. But like back last year at this time, when people were like, hey, Democratic Party, what are you going to do about the primary? Are you going to run anybody else? And they're like, no, Biden's our guy. Biden's our guy. We're not changing our minds now.
Yeah. Even David Axelrod a couple months prior openly stated that there needs to be someone else, and then very quickly repackaged his statement. But like, this has been the writing on the wall for quite some time now, and anyone with a little bit of political expertise could have seen it coming, and Biden himself saw it coming. There was speculation that he would be a one-term president. But of course, what did they do in the first term? Well, they, propped up a charisma black hole named Kamala Harris as the VP, said that they were only nominating her because she's a black woman, which like immediately undermined her regardless, even though I don't personally like her. It's fucking ridiculous that like the Democratic Party got ahead of the slander that she would receive under other circumstances by saying, no, that slander is correct. She's only here because she's a black woman.
Yeah.
We're doing DEI. And then they put her on the worst posts of all time. Obviously, the VP position is quite contentious, and ultimately it's like usually a dud. And you put you get a VP that is supposed to basically cover the bases that you can't cover. Joe Biden himself was the VP to Barack Obama because the Democratic Party was basically looking for someone that was a goofy gaff machine, old white guy, so that the racists would not be too terrified of Barack Hussein Obama, the Kenyan Muslim man who was the president of Islam in the United States of America. Biden went and pulled Kamala Harris in to be like, look, black women, I love you. Here's a black woman that we put into the VP position, and then literally sent her on the worst fucking possible assignments of all time, making her even less of a non-entity than she already was destined to be because she is incredibly uncharismatic.
Yeah. It's like the Democratic Party. I've always seen this. It's that because I mean, it's a meme at this point. Like they like to lose, like they want to lose. Because they're like controlled opposition, and it is how it is. How it feels for like a young voter is like you have an opportunity. You have 4 years to not only push policy but to sort of groom the next generation of who you want to lead the Democratic Party into like the party leadership, and they just don't do anything until like 2 months before the election. Is like, oh, now it's too late to do anything. Shrug.
Yeah, and there's also a pretty solid, reliable lineup of Democratic Party contenders anyway. Like the Democratic Party actually has a decent talent pool that they can go into. And I don't even mean this in an obviously ideological sense because I don't fucking agree with Pete Buttigieg at all. I think he sucks. But there are plenty of people that the Democratic Party could be like grooming into elderly statesmen down the line. And yet they're hyper-focused on reaffirming their position, and that's the reason why you get like a Hakeem Jeffries, for example, in a prominent position within the Democratic Party, even though he is like basically the exact same as like Nancy Pelosi in almost all of his policy positions, with the exception of the aesthetics of being a black man from New York. So it's really shitty. But overall, I do agree with Ezra. If you do want to, you know, if you do want to save the Democratic Party, if you want to save democracy, if you truly care about it, then Brandon cannot be our guy, especially when it's like incredibly contentious of an election, when it should not be a contentious election whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. So about all of that as a Gen Z for Change guy, I slandered your organization that you worked with in the past for that one lady, that one person that used to work there.
Yep.
That turned out to be a bit of a grifter, it seems. There was a little bit of drama in the Gen Z for Change stuff because there was a person who was in Texas who was a Gen Z for Change person that was like really big time into abortion activism, who then like basically became like a massive dick rider of the DNC and Joe Biden, even in instances where they were very clearly operating against the interests of the upcoming generation. What's her face? I think Olivia was her name. Anyway, I thought that because of that and because she was associated, I thought still with Gen Z for Change, I thought Gen Z for Change itself was like turning into a mouthpiece for the Democratic Party, which you corrected me on.
Yeah, it was fair because I did leave the organization last year over that exact reason, because I felt the organization didn't reflect what my politics were anymore. And so I left in November quietly. I didn't like do like a whole big show of it because I did feel like there was liberal voices in the organization that were guiding what we were doing as our activism work. And so I eventually ended up joining again. Well, not last year, 2024, 2022, I left. I came back again in June when Elise, who was our executive director, was interrupting the White House press secretary at a youth activist conference event about climate. And so I saw that. I reached out to Elise and saying, hey, I know I left on not great terms, because I didn't leave on great terms. But like, I do respect you and the work that you're doing and how you were, standing up to the administration. And then we got back connected and I came back on. Jeez.
That's crazy. I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's the ghost of the liberals. And so, yeah, that's how I got back with the organization. And now it's more reflective of my identity. I think I have a link that I made a whole document and stuff, like links that I have to send to you.
Okay. You can send it to me on Discord. Which prominent liberals will start to affect the alarm, ring the alarm bells that Biden needs to go? Probably. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Hasan, answer the Zinner allegations. Okay, while he's looking at it, I'll answer the Zinner allegations. Give them caffeine Zins. They think they're tweaking.
You're faded?
Wait, when are you putting on the do-rag after this? After the serious political news coverage segment is over?
Yo.
Okay.
Okay.
I sent it to you.
All right. You sent it to me on Discord, right?
Discord, yeah.
All right, Lord. Wait, why didn't I get it on Discord? Did you? I mean, I think I got it. Oh, you sent me a friend request. Hold on.
And I sent it after.
Okay, I accepted it. Bro, Discord member since November 29, 2019.
Yeah.
Crazy. So we gotta rot your brain a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, is this a keylogger I'm clicking on right now? Content.
There's the first article.
Okay. So, oh yeah, this is great. So you're a TikToker first before you became a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber. And you wanted to talk about this. TikTokers have some advice for Joe Biden's new account. Here's how the president can avoid becoming a "how do you do fellow kids" meme. Except this is on fucking Politico, and I don't know how valid this is. Like,
I mean,
who are the TikTokers?
they talk to actual TikTokers.
Yeah, but like, who are the actual TikTokers? Is it like the Harry kid that got paid by the DNC? Do you know him?
I do know Harry.
Do all the TikTokers know each other? Like all the Gen Z TikTokers that do politics know each other?
Yes.
And then there's a oh boy guy.
Yes, they're
big news. Oh boy.
A lot of them are okay. This is kind of drama. A lot of them are insufferable. I've met a lot of them in person. A lot of the like Gen Z like organizations, Gen Z TikTokers, they are 100% like very pretentious, very much like
This is my favorite guy. He's the best.
Oh boy, oh boy, pig news. Oh boy, pig news. I haven't heard pig news. Oh boy, CNN is more. So Donald.
That one is my favorite because there's like this. My king is versatile. Okay, True. He's versatile. Like you think he's gonna hit you with the old boy and big news, but then he goes with the he does that like a Sigma Alpha grindset face, and he goes, CNN is a disgrace. It's about the. I feel like some Sigma grindset music has to play.
True.
Right after he makes this face, he hits you with the before you recognize it, he hits you with the Kubrick stare, and you're like, oh my god, I'm captivated.
Donald Trump. Oh boy. Oh man. Here's a video of a. So Donald Trump.
This is interesting. He's not like boring like Harry is.
Damn, you're fucking. You got some shots for Harry.
I mean, he's boring. He's a very he's like boring entertainer. I don't know why he's like as popular as he is.
Wait, can I don't know his TikTok. Let's
Harry Sisson, SISSON, I think.
Harry Sisson?
Yeah.
Harry Sisson. Harry J. Sisson official. 808,000 followers. Wait, he doesn't even have that much TikTok clout. What the fuck? I thought he was like bigger than this.
Nah.
Oh my god, he's with Bardock No Bummer? What the fuck?
President Obama is getting ready to help get out the vote.
Harry, why don't you let me handle this one?
You got it.
Bro, this has the vibes of like one of those like Vladimir Putin. You know what I'm talking about? Like the fake Vladimir Putin impersonator TikToks. Like he just doesn't look real in this. It's like weird to see him in a.
So I'm about to go out to campaign because the stakes couldn't be higher in this election.
God, he's so sexy though. I do have to hand it to him.
That's my president right there.
He's sexy as fuck.
True black representation.
Climate change on the ballot. We've got gun safety on the ballot. And if we elect more members of Congress who are pro-choice, we can actually reinstitute Roe versus Wade as the law of the land. But it's only going to happen if all of you do your part and get out there and vote.
That's crazy.
Harry?
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
He's giving what's his name from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's serving here 100%. God damn it. What's the dude's name? Gus Fring. He's so fucking charismatic. Okay.
He could also ball. Shout out Barack Obama.
He could ball. That is true. He does, and he smokes cigs, which is very cool. So anyway, Giancarlo Esposito is who I was thinking of. Yes. All DNC ops talk like someone trying to run a credit card scheme on you. So how did this how did he get to this position as like the it guy for TikTok?
So in 2020, when political TikTok really started, because it started with like BLM, that's when people realized, oh, it's not just a dancing app. You can like actually talk about things. There was a massive complex of like group account creators. There was like the Republican Hype House, Conservative Hype House, the Democratic Hype House, the Liberal Hype House. Oh my
God, I remember the Republican Hype House.
Which is actually crazy because there was a lot of Republican Hype House members that were like, I think one of them was like groomed by this like actual like Republican personality. When he was like 17 years old. I don't even remember like what the situation was. It was wild. But Harry was part of the Democratic Hype House, along with Olivia was a part of it as well. Victoria Hammett was also a part of the Democratic Hype House.
Shouts out to Victoria HasanAbi head. She's a real one.
Vic is great.
Yeah, she's a real one. She's not a neo-lib like the other wannabe Democratic Party cutouts here.
Yeah, the great thing is that she was very much like liberal, but you saw her in her TikToks create her identity. So you see her go from like regular like liberal to like actual like communist throughout her being on TikTok and be like, oh, I started reading theory and this is what I've learned. And so Victoria is great. Victoria is awesome. But you have people who didn't leave that and realize, oh, if I just cozy up to the Democratic Party, I can get a lot of money and a lot of opportunities at the White House through different organizations. And that's what Harry's doing.
Yeah, if you're in it for the career, this is the viable path for sure. If you legitimately have opinions and you hold on to them, then you're probably not going to be a sellout and you're going to serve 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour. like me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
I got debated in real life. I was like, what is he gonna say?
Yeah, exactly. But listen, you don't have to go down that path. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to see the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, and you can do that by subscribing for $5 or for free. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
That was good. That was
okay. Sorry for being about my bag, Harry. I mean, that's me too right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I mean, this is like the same exact analysis you can get for MSNBC, but basically from someone who is like 20 years old.
Yes. MSNBC had on, I think, Olivia and Victor. I know Victor was like big. I think Simone had them on talking about like Gen Z politics.
He's giving guy who says Pisaki bomb unironically in a TikTok.
I mean, okay. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, and that's what I call a Pisaki bomb type shit. Okay, so all right, so you said Olivia and him like went the DNC route. There was another person you mentioned, I think.
Victor, I think. There's also like Chris Murphy, or Mowry. I think it's Mowry. Chris Mowry.
Cool. Dude, I love these. I love learning about these guys. I don't do TikTok at all.
MOWERY. He's the car guy. He's like, I think that's his name.
Wait, no way. This is not the dude.
That's not him.
Yeah.
What is his? Let's see.
You know, I keep seeing people on social media, especially those who are very, very far left, saying this.
I voted for Biden in 2020. I have never liked him. And when I first heard that he was going to be the Democratic candidate, I said that I wasn't going to vote in 2020, but I felt like it was important, and I felt like he was the lesser of two evils. And I still feel that. But after today, I cannot imagine voting for him in 2024. Because at this point, the lesser of two evils for whom?
Yeah,
the girl he's recording over is a charlatan.
I mean, really? I don't know anything about her. I just see her like pop up sometimes.
I'm not going to vote for Biden in 2024 is maybe one of the most selfish and insane strategies I've ever seen in politics.
Preach,
look,
brother.
If Donald Trump wins,
this guy, my goat. Okay, he's the king. Is he wearing Teddy Fresh? No.
I want every single person who went on social media and said things like this and encouraged their followers not to vote to do a couple things for me. Go to every single family who lost a child in a mass shooting and tell them, yeah, I didn't vote for Biden, even though he passed the first piece of major gun legislation in over 30 years.
That was so sick. I would love to hear the details of said gun legislation and how far it went in restricting the basically unmitigated gun purchasing in this country.
True.
That's cool. That's definitely really good. Really good gun legislation passed under Brandon. He's right. He solved gun violence.
There was no more shootings after he was elected.
Crazy. It's crazy how he solved gun violence, and we're out here talking about how we might not vote for him again.
Trump win. Go to the little girls, the teenagers in Republican states who were assaulted and had to have their assaulter's baby and tell them, yeah, I didn't vote for Joe Biden.
The fuck is he talking about? That happened under the Biden administration, though. Like, yes, that is the problem of the Republican Party. The Republican Party absolutely did that. They did it under the Biden administration. Like, even that part, the only valid talking point you can do is that Republicans will further restrict access to abortion in even blue states. And that part is true. They would definitely do that. Okay? What? I fucking told you, fuck off. What do you...
Is that Harry? Harry, what's up?
No. I doubt it. Harry doesn't strike me as a 9-month subscriber even.
True, you're right.
Yeah, Harry's like a 38-month subscriber. Okay, let's keep going.
Even though he's appointed pro-choice judges every single opportunity he's had, and I let Donald Trump...
Yeah, remember when we were doing so well on the judge appointments because Dianne Feinstein was a fucking corpse that we also still propped up in a similar fashion to Joe Biden, and therefore there was like gridlock in the there was gridlock in Congress for even judge appointments under the Brandon regime as well, due to the fact that Dianne Feinstein was like one step out the door. And I don't just mean fucking literally 1 foot out the door of the Senate or Congress in general. I mean straight up life. I'm talking life. She died. Anyway, okay. She couldn't even do the one job that she was supposed to, which is like, rubber stamping those approvals.
The guy who overturned Roe v. Wade win the presidency. Go to coastal towns around the country, especially where people are suffering from climate change, and tell them, yeah, I didn't vote for President Biden, who invested the most in fighting climate change.
That's so funny. Okay, another point that is like completely ridiculous, especially considering the fact that Biden has also opened up more fracking opportunities, opened up more drilling permits at a rapid clip, continued with more pipelines as well. So there's that reality as well. What is this? Oh, yeah. Here's another one of those moments as well. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is irreplaceable. All you liberals trying to push her out, think about that. 2014. No one has explained the mindless and pointless irresponsibility of current press coverage, as well as this from Dahlia Lithwick. Ask yourself why Biden, who has stipulated #old, has managed to helm. First of all, dude, you're writing #old, okay? Jesus Christ. On Twitter in 2024 has managed to helm the most successful. Like, what is it doing for the SEO, man? What do you think? You think this is really helping your SEO here?
I mean, he got 3K likes. Good for you, dog.
He wrote #old. Helm the most successful presidency in modern history. The reason he has, for the most part, surrounded himself with experts, genuine scientists, respected economists, effective governmental actors, and advisors. Okay, fuck. We'll look at this in a second. I'm going to table this for now and get back to Harry Sisson.
Change ever, I let Donald Trump and his pro-fossil fuel agenda win. And then go to the seniors on Medicare who now have their insulin.
Yo, you want to know why these guys? This guy's not even good at like doing this propaganda. Maybe it's because I'm old and I've been at this game for quite some time. I always say this about like right-wing commentators and how I could do a better job. But like the real way to celebrate Brandon's accomplishments is by actually talking about his accomplishments, to which there are definitely a decent amount.
Yeah.
Talking about how he's the most pro-labor fucking president, being one of them, which is a low bar to clear, but Brandon has absolutely fucking cleared it. His NLRB has actually done a phenomenal job so far. Even the FTC's cooking as well, simultaneously with like some antitrust cases. So like you have areas that you can actually talk about. For some weird reason, he's only hitting the high notes that are not good, and talking about areas that he has demonstrated weakness. But even if you were to talk about climate change, right, you could still turn around and say things like Biden's legislation, despite being stopped short of the actual agenda he wanted to fucking achieve, was still very good at reinvesting into American manufacturing. We have literal fucking battery plants that will most likely be unionized now as a consequence of the power that the UAW has had, where there are actual battery plants and EV manufacturing happening in the United States of America, and that did happen under the Brandon regime.
Yeah, the problem with Harry specifically and all these other like Democratic Party activists is that they don't do any research. And that's what you notice a lot being in these spaces and interacting with them. They wake up in the morning, set up their phone, and they talk about things that they've seen on Twitter that are like, this is what Biden has done and that are good. They don't really invest in their craft of dick riding Joe Biden, which is why it's so sad. I respect somebody who actually invests in their craft and actually puts time and effort into their work, and Harry doesn't do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, Harry, get better at propagandizing for the Democratic Party, son.
$35 a month because of President Biden, and tell them, yeah, I didn't vote for President Biden,
Wait,
even though he passed the Medicare, who now have their insulin cap at $35 a month because of President.
Bro, this is literally doing the same shit that like MAGA fans of Trump would do, but for the Biden side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the insulin capping, great. Okay, this is good. It falls short of what is necessary. Okay. How about this response then? What is this?
You cannot vote for this man.
Okay. This is my dude. I know my dude.
That's it. That's your homie?
I know him. We followed each other for a bit, and then I unfollowed him because he was moving weird. We can look at it though, because I'm curious about where he's at now.
Okay.
President Biden and tell them, yeah, I didn't vote for President Biden, even though he passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which did that, and now Donald Trump is going to come into office.
Again, the Inflation Reduction Act is yet another instance of Democratic Party incompetence. I covered it every step of the fucking way, and I could not imagine how little whipping occurred in that process. It blew my fucking mind how bad they were at like whipping votes and galvanizing their ranks. It is insane. A gift wrap to all of the fucking naysayers in the Democratic Party, the rotating villain, showcasing once again that like even when you're winning, you're still fucking losing.
You know the crazy part about that, specifically from like the influencer side of it, they were offering influencers like thousands of dollars in order to post only good things about the IRA. And if you were like, hey, I'm going to be a little bit critical in my video, and they'd be like, oh, you're critical, you don't get the money. And so if you see influencers that are like, this is why I always say, if you see influencers that are unable to be critical of Biden to any degree, there is a good chance that through some maybe proxies or organizations, they're getting paid to say the things that they are getting paid or they're saying.
And undo all of that progress. Oh, and go to all the veterans who were exposed to toxic burn pits while serving abroad, who now have more health care because of President Biden's PACT Act, and tell them, yeah, Biden expanded your health care, but I didn't vote for him, and now Trump is going to undo that. Oh, and finally, go to all of the...
I don't think Trump is going to undo that. I'll be honest. Like, I don't... That's like one of those things that like it would never get passed under the Trump administration, most likely, but I don't think he's going to go back and be like, yeah, no, we're actually taking away additional healthcare from the veterans.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like they'll privatize it or they'll move to privatize it once again, which the Democrats also contribute to. But anyway.
Muslim Americans who are going to be deported under Donald Trump's your health care, but I didn't vote for him, and now Trump is going to undo that. Oh, and finally, go to all of the Muslim Americans who are going to be deported.
Oh, man. I wonder what he would say to Muslim Americans right now. This is an earlier video, I suspect.
I don't think Harry, because oftentimes they often just don't talk about like
1022.
I don't think Harry ever spoke on the occupation.
Yeah,
they don't like.
It's shocking.
Under Donald Trump's new Muslim ban that he's been talking about in the past couple of days, and say, yeah, I could have kept you guys here by voting for President Biden, but I didn't. I didn't vote at all, and Donald Trump got into office, and now he's deporting all of
I thought this was an earlier video. It turns out is post.
So sorry. So genuinely, for this far left
post October 7th,
like I'm not going to vote for Biden in 2024. If Trump wins, you will be part of the reason why. You will be part of the reason why.
This attitude does not work.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I don't know why Democrats still do it.
And you'll have to answer to all of the people who were affected by Trump's win and his terrible policy that he's going to implement.
I was in one of his lives and his guest mentioned Gaza. His response was, do you condemn Hamas? No fucking way, dude. That's less believable because like there was a person in this community that literally was watching this dude's live TikTok streams.
Want to see a crazier person on TikTok?
Yes.
Also, Black History Month. This is a black person. His name is
what is it?
Number 2. RAW.
RAW.
Yep. There he is, right there.
Too Raw Maya.
The Too Raw, Too Real. He disappeared for a second.
Oh, Too Raw, Too Real.
That person.
Oh, dude, this is the K-Hive guy.
Yes, it is. That's the K-Hive.
This is the K-Hive guy.
Yep.
Yo, he's the best. He's at least entertaining, though.
This is funny.
Like, I mean, he's entertaining in, like, the most, like, identical to MAGA type way. You know what I mean? I actually love this guy because, like, yeah, sure. It's...
Bro, what is he wearing?
It's just... Yeah, he's insane. But... And he's like a serial doxer, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I heard. Like he was, because when he linked up with Kamala, people were like, "You guys brought this dude into the fucking White House. He's like doxed people."
Yeah.
I love him.
Hi, I'm Too Raw, Too Real, and I'm here to say fuck that special counsel. The reason why is you keep bringing up Biden's age as if that's a problem. We knew he was old when we voted for him the first time.
He got the Kente cloud from Nancy.
But it's so unnecessary. Just say that he did absolutely nothing wrong, but yet you want to bring up his age again. You want a dog whistle again. We know this isn't about Biden.
Dog whistle. Dog whistle about a fucking 80-year-old man who once famously said that like he doesn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle.
True.
Okay, that's crazy. Biden would have slurred this man, and he wouldn't even know which slurs to use. He would have done like a McFlurry of slurs. He's like, what are you, Jack? Back in the day. Oh my God.
To be fair, we don't know what was said to because he's met Kamala, so we don't know what was said with to Biden. He might have said some choice words.
Dude, it'd be sick if this guy like started talking about, he took an anti-Biden slant to be like, Biden should step out of the way for Kamala because he's a K-hiver, right?
True.
I think he's the K-hiver, actually.
He should be like, bro, support black women. Why are you supporting this old white man instead of the young, full of energy black woman who's already in a position of power? Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up that he's not like in support of Kamala more.
Because this same old man who you guys constantly question his competency led us out of a pandemic, which led us to an endemic, because 71% of Americans are vaccinated. We're not in the same situation that we were. We're not on lockdowns as we were. We're not losing jobs left and right. Actually, we created about 13 million new jobs since the Biden-Harris administration.
He's so much better than Harry. Like, just straight up. He's so much more charismatic. He has like incredible stage presence. I do love him.
I don't think he's getting paid the same in the same way.
Manufacturers.
Oh no, he's too insane. I think.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely on some very different shit.
Jobs
awesome.
under Biden. Not to mention record low unemployment, particularly record low black unemployment. Not to mention the booming black businesses under Biden. Not to mention a historical infrastructure bill, an historical investment in the American Rescue Plan for the American people, providing a stimulus when we were actually struggling through the pandemic. Not to mention the record amount of $132 billion worth of student loan debt under Biden. Let's not talk about numbers, because numbers don't lie, but you do. It's never been about his age. It's been about his predecessor. It's about...
Wait, I don't really understand.
Is he wrong, age. Austin?
It is about his age. Like, no, literally, like, all of the things that he mentioned are not wrong, okay? Like, maybe a little exaggerated. Except, yeah, it's still about his age. Like, these... I don't know who these guys are talking to. Because, like...
Each other.
Pretty much, right? I mean... There's definitely a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of like boomer white and black ladies out there who like have made their way into TikTok that probably do think like, oh, preach.
Yeah.
Like you're preaching. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, like those people were in my TikToks as well. Before I was like, expressly anti-Biden when I was doing the coding campaigns, the same people were being like, oh, we have such hope for the younger generation. You're doing so great. I saw you see the profile pictures. But when you realize, when you're just like, hey, I wish Biden would be doing more, they then turn around and they're just like, wow, I can't believe you betrayed, the people who've put you here or whatever. So.
Vice President Kamala Harris and her blackness and the fact that she's a black woman and she's competent and she's ready to lead. We already know that you guys don't like her. Let's talk about MSNBC. Let's talk about CNN. Let's talk about how you guys continuously...
he's got smoke for MSNBC and CNN?
Okay,
wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Because they're not glazing Biden enough, which is true. Like CNN, I feel like definitely is just like aching for another Trump term so they can get like their ratings back.
Out of polling data when she ran in 2020. How you guys were purposely leading her out of polling data when she was polling higher than Pete Buttigieg. Let's talk about how the fact that y'all cut her out of the Giffords Gun Forum commercial when she had one of the longest speaking roles in that commercial.
Yeah, he's a real Stan. Like, this is like some Stan shit. This is like 100%. Like, he knows all of Kamala's hits. Even Kamala's misses, okay? They're still hits. I love him.
She's been an advocate when it comes to talking about gun safety.
Yeah, remember when Kamala was portrayed by that very same media that he hates as like more progressive than Bernie Sanders? Well, her voting record shows that she's more progressive than Bernie Sanders. It's like, yeah, okay, dude, sure.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the blatant misogyny. Let's talk about the erasure of the fact that Vice President Kamala Harris has broken more ties than any vice president in history, meaning she's surpassed every white, mediocre white man that's been in office since her.
Tell him, King.
Let's talk about that.
Let him know.
It's never been about Biden.
She should be president next, I say.
And you should be. Because let's just be honest here. You guys want to hold on to white supremacy and patriarchy because it's propelled you to a position.
Yeah, you know who will eradicate white supremacy and Majority, Kamala Harris.
True.
Kamala Harris, the white supremacy destroyer, the patriarchy destroyer for sure. Okay, that's awesome.
Power with you being able to skip on by with white mediocrity without ever having to be challenged on your own records or your own resume. It's not our fault that we have to work 10 times as harder for no credit, and we still outmaneuver you.
Is this a conclusion to this? Like, still vote for Biden?
It's black.
Because that's how the video started. The video started like...
The video started with vote for Biden, and then, like, it went into a glaze sesh for Kamala, which, like, low-key is throwing shade at Biden.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
I'm tired of propping up white mediocrity.
Yeah.
You sit in your high horse. You
Who's
have
the
less
most
resume.
white mediocre man in this situation that's standing in Kamala's way?
True.
I'm almost certain, like, I'm shocked that they let him into the White House because, like, I feel like if there's one Fedayeen that's brave enough to take out Joe Biden, it's this fucking dude. They're gonna, you put him near Joe Biden, he's gonna put him near Joe Biden in a flight of stairs, you know? It's gonna be a kinetic situation, okay?
Kinetic situation.
Black History Month. And I'm not dealing with it. Just say it with your damn chest, because Nikki Haley's been dog whistling for a while now, and I'm tired of it. Stop playing in our motherfucking face. Just say what the fuck it is. And be bold about it. We're still in the Trump era.
This is awesome. He's sick. Wait, he meant...
Okay.
I'm just reposting it. No shot he was there.
Oh, but didn't he meet her?
Okay.
Didn't? Oh God.
That's a repost. You can see the time stamped on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
He might have met her earlier. 'Cause I know she does a little circuit. I think my mom met her actually.
Your mom met Kamala Harris?
Yeah, my mom not a fan.
Your mom's not a fan of Kamala Harris?
Not a fan of her at that situation. She was kind of like, I guess it's like black drama. She's an AKA, and so she gave off AKA vibes. AKAs are known for being very... No offense to the AKAs out there.
I can't believe that you're doing this on Black History Month. You're about to get fucking cooked.
I mean, okay, to be fair, okay, you know what? I'll stand by it. I think...
What is
actually,
it? What was it called? Divine
9.
Divine 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're... Oh, my God. That's like... Look, I'm stepping out of the frame.
Listen, I'm for all the deltas.
Okay,
all my friends are deltas, so...
I'm too white to be a part of this conversation. I don't...
AKAs are
I don't
known
agree with
for
anything he's saying.
For being a little bit bougie, just a tad bit. A little bit stuck up in some ways, just a tad bit. This is just what I've colloquially heard.
Thank God I don't have the fucking do-rag on while you're saying this. Oh my God. I would be getting fucking destroyed right now on Twitter. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my Lord.
And Hasan agrees with everything I just said.
No, I don't. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know anything. I didn't even know Divine 9. I just said Divine. Didn't even complete it. I should be Divine 10.
Divine 10.
Or not, if that's not...
If that's not a good thing?
That's not a good thing, then it's not. Okay. So she was stuck up?
Yeah.
Like she had a stuck up energy?
Just a bit.
Okay. I'm Indian, who are AKAs. There are black sororities and black fraternities. That it's like a whole different culture surrounding it.
It's a whole cultural thing.
Yeah.
Big at HBCUs. I say if you're not black, don't worry about it because you end up going to say something that's going to get you in trouble.
Oh, 100%.
So just smile and nod, chat. Smile and nod.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking on behalf of the hood, Sean is correct here. Says Dan's World.
What up, Dan's World?
Okay. We're just smiling and nodding. Okay, so that's funny that was the reason why your mom was like, oh, she's stuck up. Okay, let's look at this guy. His name is My Dude, and he's responding to... Oh, no.
Oh, he's already supported.
It's over. I support him unconditionally because he's shitting on Lolo, a fraudulent individual who we found out is related to Dan Scavino.
You cannot vote for this man.
That's why he's saying you can't vote for Biden. Because the Dan Scavino angle is becoming more...
There are a lot of people saying that they're not going to vote for Joe Biden over what's going on in Palestine. And it angers me. It angers me for the same reason that we're all angry about what's happening in Palestine. From my perspective, I'm watching a bunch of people that didn't bother to make videos about any other global conflict during the Biden or Trump administration.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my Lord. I hate this shit so much.
Yep.
Administration suddenly thinking it's a great idea.
Okay, but like, what are you doing? Like, you're shitting on, okay, objectively, he's a fan of yours, by the way. He's a live stream TikTok debate guy. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, okay? I hate that it's like people be like, oh, why aren't you talking about what's going on in Congo or you know.
Well, he's not even saying that. He's saying, why haven't you talked about like Ukraine? That's what he's saying, other things that happened in the Biden administration. He's like, why haven't you talked about like other like big things? He's not even talking about the Congo. I don't even think he cares about the Congo, honestly.
No, he just cares about it to the extent of like, you know, using it as a talking point against the thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're consistent on the matter, if you truly care about global conflicts, then you shouldn't be attacking people to be like, here's a silly little gotcha.
Yeah,
to sabotage the election. I talked about the 85,000 children that died in Yemen under Trump's policies. I talked about the increase in drone programs by over 400%. I talked about the Kurdish-Turkish war. I talked about a whole host of things that Donald Trump did that were detrimental to lives in the international community. And people...
Yeah, famously, remember when Biden was elected and like Erdogan... well, the drone part is like he did greatly limit the drone stuff, and then look where we're at now. It's just more direct hands-on airstrikes on Yemen, which is ironic. But also beyond that, it's like he said Turkish-Kurdish war, right? What has happened since Biden's election to the northern Syrian corridor? Has that actually greatly diminished? No. Like that's ridiculous. Like it's very obvious. It's very obvious that like this is a pure talking point with like not a lot of research behind it. Okay? That's why I said the drone thing is like one talking point, I guess, even though it doesn't really matter at this point. But ultimately, Biden himself did not reverse course on any of those foreign policy initiatives, with that one notable exception of like utilization of drone strikes.
We're absent from making videos about that. If this is the only conflict you want to care about, that's fine. Nobody can make you care about other conflicts. But if you knew about the stuff that Donald Trump did during his presidency and the stuff the Republicans want to do, this wouldn't even be a discussion. I mean, you're really going to let Trump off the hook? He cheered on Bibi when he bombed Gaza in 2019. Did you guys forget about that? This thought process isn't new. Caused people to vote for Ralph Nader, gave us 2 wars in Iraq, killed 1.5 million Iraqis. Caused people to vote for Jill Stein, gave us Donald Trump, cost us Roe v. Wade, killed 85,000 children in Yemen. Have you seen a pattern? I'm going to be blunt. I have a hard time believing that you truly care about what's happening in Palestine.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I'm gonna be honest, this is like permanent debate lord brain, because it's like you're not even addressing the matter at hand, and you're just immediately looking for a gotcha.
Yeah.
This is not like a good way to conduct a serious or decent analysis on anything. It's just simply like maybe this guy is a much nicer person that now that you guys said he's a fan of mine, now I have to fucking not be as aggressive in my commentary here, but like the notion of the notion of perceived hypocrisy does not negate the point that this person is making. Okay? This is something that for some weird reason, like people who do debates online forget. Okay? That's not, you didn't do anything. You just oh, you support Palestine. Name every regional conflict is not going to win favors on any conversation other than like other people who also purely care about the aesthetics.
Solution is to make it worse. And by the way, your solution also going to kill a lot more people globally. People should be mad at Joe Biden, 100%. But if Donald Trump gets into office, a lot more people are going to die. And those deaths aren't on Joe Biden. They're on you.
But that doesn't even make any sense, because like if you are withholding your vote in order to pressure Biden to, stop directly funding Israel or giving them weapons and munitions, wouldn't that make you more moral than this person who's saying just keep voting for him anyway? Even in his like worldview?
Yes, if your vote matters, if your vote actually matters and all the things that the president does is directly on your hands, then no one should vote. because that's insane. That's insane that like you're directly saying, yeah, no, vote for Joe Biden and celebrate his accomplishments, such as killing thousands of Palestinian children in Gaza that we are directly funding and facilitating, because it could be 1,001 children if Donald Trump became the president.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. Well, are there more bangers like this one? I love these like TikTok.
I found the Chris guys. Chris Mowry with an E.
How do you even spell that?
MOWREY.
Oh, Chris Mowry.
Yep.
Ooh. Chris Mowry and wait, they're exposed as political hacks. Oh, is this when like
that's a conservative kid? Right wing.
Oh,
he's
exposing
them by like being like, oh, they're
we all know
like
this
power.
kid, right? And how about this one? Well, as many of us have
dude, like Republicans always do win the bitchless Olympics. Like it's just like even when you look at like dudes that I would say are massive nerds, like young Republicans will still win that category every time. Okay,
true.
They're on a they are genuine gold winners. Okay, every single time at the no pussy having Olympics. Oh my fucking Lord.
Suspected for a long time. Looks like those two are partisan hacks bought and paid for by the DNC to the tune of around $210,000. If you check their bios, both of them are managed by a company called Palette Media. And you might think, well, why is that important? Because Palette Media received direct payments by the DNC totaling $210,000. Apparently, the DNC didn't want to make direct payments. By the way, all of this is publicly available on the FEC website, so they don't want to make direct payments exposing Harry and his goons. So instead, they get a little creative with their accounting. First, they send the money to Palette, which then manages their talents like Harry. Now, none of this...
Damn, we really cracked the case, dude.
True.
Look at how he cracked the case by looking at an Axios article. Like, this is the thing that blows my mind always is like, bro, this is like very open. This is very public. Like, it's not... You're not arriving at like some secret truth. This reminds me of how people said TYT is Qatar funded because they received money from Al Gore. Yeah, exactly. Which is true. TYT is Qatar funded. And so am I.
Surprise anyone because it's public knowledge that Biden started an army of social media influencers. But I guess they didn't want you to know who.
That's not
We all know
fully
this
true.
kid, right? And how about this one?
I genuinely think that after 2020, there was a lot of organic growth for Biden. And support for Biden in order to, like get Trump out of office. And so I don't think he grew a army of TikTokers to fight Trump. I think they grew on their own. I will say now he's definitely trying to grab that base of support and then sort of associate with that in order to try to win in 2024. And it's not going to work.
So I shot a gun for the first time today.
Why does that not surprise me? Anyway, it's not new that guns are...
What are you talking about, Fem Shapiro? You live in California too, don't you? The fuck do you mean? You don't have to fucking put up this LARP that it's like a regular activity of your life, okay? God damn. Brett Cooper popping off so fucking hard too. She's literally carrying the Daily Wire, I have to admit.
She's young.
Yeah, she came out of fucking nowhere.
Guns are dangerous. Yes, guns are powerful. Nobody is saying that they're not. If you had actually shot a gun before today or spent any time around gun owners, you would know that we respect that and it's how we are trained. Also, yes, guns are powerful and they are dangerous, but their power is part of their value, especially to women, especially for self-defense.
Oh God. That's my favorite. It's like utilizing liberal aesthetics and emancipatory language to make like the most reactionary point. Is that like everyone should be armed like women.
I'm surprised I haven't seen well, you're black and the police have come after you. Well, you should be armed. You should be pro Second Amendment because it's protect yourself from the police. I'm surprised.
Okay, no. Kalayan Noor was hired by the NRA specifically after the nurse. What was his name? There was a black nurse that was shot and killed. Was it? Was it Philando Castile? I think it might have been. And basically, yeah, I think it was Philando Castile. So what ended up happening in that situation was the NRA was like, oh shit, we have like an actual growing movement of like black gun owners, and we're really fucked up that we didn't actually defend. Philando was a school worker, I thought. I think it might have been. No, Breonna Taylor is not who I'm talking about. No, it was after Philando Castile in his car.
Yeah.
In front of his, I think like 32-year-old African-American man who was fatally shot in a traffic stop by, Geronimo Yanez. Okay. Yes. It is Philando Castile. So after that, everybody was like, what the fuck? He's a responsible gun owner who did his like due diligence and said he has a gun and he's like licensed for it and was shot and killed for it. This is a clear-cut violation of like Second Amendment rights for people. Is this not for like, does this not matter for black people? Like, does you know? And then the NRA basically hired Klein Noor to combat that narrative, but even he doesn't go as far to, you know, to fucking be like, yeah, you can use it against cops, because that's white supremacy is always going to be a more powerful motivator than wanting to, you know, sell more guns, I guess, because you can do that with different means.
True, makes sense.
Anyway, so yeah, that's one aspect of it. So this is the other guy. He looks exactly like Harry.
Listen, Gen Z is woke. We support diversity. We support inclusion. We support LGBTQ+, and we are socially conscious. We care about these issues. And look, Republicans think it's a home run point when they call us woke and try to demonize us. But here's the thing. We're woke and proud, and we are the voters of the future. Exactly. We're going to be one of the largest voting blocs in 2024. So I change your strategy.
Okay. Oh, boy. Argue with a Trump supporter? Harry Hasan literally had a debate-gasm by owning this interlocutor in the marketplace of ideas?
Wait, the Department of Justice controlled by Donald Trump even determined that Hillary Clinton didn't break the law.
I like the guy with the Trump hat better.
Speak to me, bro.
He's silent.
He can't say anything.
This is like the nerdy white version of like when you get like owned but in a rap battle at the high school lunch table.
He's busted. Okay, he just busted a nut, and you're over here making fun of him. This is a profound accomplishment.
This is his moment.
Wait, how does that not matter? You're saying that Hillary Clinton...
Many Trump supporters don't know facts. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? That's awesome.
Comey said we couldn't find someone who would prosecute.
No, Comey said she didn't break the law. Under the Espionage Act, Section F of 793, she did not.
Nerd.
Dude, if I had a time machine, I would go back in time and arrest fucking the West Wing Andy. What's his name? Fucking Aaron Sorkin. Okay, I would jail him because his crimes against humanity have permanently made this sphere of liberalism, this sect of liberalism that thinks that they can, like, you know, own their interlocutors and fucking in the marketplace of ideas, the most unbearable motherfuckers. Okay.
Yeah.
Ay. We should, regardless. He's kind of a sexual assaulter anyway. I don't know about that, but, you know, he's my American Studies teacher in high school. Tried to get us all to watch that show to learn. Oh, no. Huh. I don't understand your hate for West Wing. What do you mean? My hatred for West Wing is pure aesthetic liberalism that believes that there is, like, a comfortable middle ground that we can all arrive at through genuine debate. It's like everything I despise. Anyway. I was like this cringy, but then I started watching the broadcast. Anyway, okay. All right. Okay, what else? What else you got for me?
There was the political article that I wanted to
Oh yeah, here. Let's get back to that. So TikTokers have some advice for Joe Biden's new account.
I think this is good because it shows the entire breadth of all of like the political TikTokers. Because Gen Z for Change is actually quoted in this alongside Olivia as well. And a bunch of other people too.
Okay, Biden's leveraged social media influencers to spread this message in the past, but this marks the first foray into TikTok himself. Oh my God. Oh no.
But if I didn't say I was for the Eagles, then I'd be sleeping alone. My wife's a Philly girl.
Game or commercials?
Game.
Game or halftime show?
Game.
Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey?
Mama Kelsey. I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Deviously plotting to rig the season so the Chiefs would make the Super Bowl, or the Chiefs just being a good football team?
You get in trouble if I told you.
Trump or Biden?
You kidding? Biden.
Biden. That's, oh my God. Okay. R.I.P. Vaughn with that music? Maybe not. Just hand him the phone and let the man cook. What? VSFR runs Under the Desk News, a TikTok account with 3 million followers that breaks down news of the day in short form videos. What is this account has 3 million followers? What the fuck is this?
They do like a lot of news coverage and such.
Dude, I don't know shit about shit, man. TikTok has got like a whole different universe.
They're like the Philly D of TikTok.
Philly D is the Philly D of TikTok, I thought.
Philly D was taking V's entire flow. For sure, for real.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, of course we're going to talk about him. Today at Philly's Sneaker Con, former President Donald Trump.
Why are they like laying in the ground?
Under the desk.
Why is it under the...
I don't know. That's a brand thing. TikTok has like an identity thing. You have to have an identity to grow.
Oh my God.
Dropped a sneaker. Democratic strategist and spokesperson Michael Tyler said Donald Trump showing up to hawk bootleg off-whites is the closest he will ever get to Air Force Ones again. Yes, just
ownage.
One day after being found liable for fraud,
sick, I will say.
He dropped.
That's insane. Those are off-brand creative recreations, and it's nasty. It's nasty work.
Okay, the American flag on the back is a bit much, I will say.
It's terrible across the board. There's some shit that like fucking there's like a one-off that what's the dude who did the halftime show like many years ago? Now I'm forgetting. He's like very short.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, yes. Yeah. That's like some shit Bruno Mars would wear one time for a performance, and then that's it, and never again. It's so bad.
The tea is gross, sneaker. Though. For $399, you can get a pair of the Never Surrender high tops. But you'd have to have been the fastest maggot in the race because they have already sold out.
Bro.
But when there's a grift adrift, there is always something else to sell. So you can, of course, get the red waves for just $199. They also come in white.
Okay. Those are sick. I will say, unironically.
Bro, none of these are
those
sick.
Those were sick. Chat.
You are wrong.
Chat. Tell me I'm wrong.
They're so awful.
Also
they were kind of nice.
A Trump Victory 47 perfume for men.
Oh, I think
Trump
my brother's
Victory
here.
47 perfume for women. If you act now, you can even get one of these little dog tags with a NFT of Trump as a superhero.
He looks like that. He looks like that. Don't cope. Don't cope and seethe. He actually looks like that. Oh, shit. What up, big dog?
There you have it. Well, of course we're going to talk about him. Hello. Today at Philly's Sneaker Con, former President Donald Trump.
Anyway, so you like them? You like Under the Desk News? They're cool? They're chill?
They're okay. Very much liberal.
Wait.
In the last year.
They're not under the desk on this one.
They're not.
What the fuck's going on?
Is this serious?
There have been some truly disturbing stories coming out of Colorado that involve.
Okay, maybe that's a serious one. That's why. This is over the desk now. What the fuck's happening? They're a Fed? Okay, dude.
People do say that. I think they're a Fed in the same way that like Harry is a Fed, but like not as like hard for Biden as Harry is.
Okay. The Israel-Palestine Mardi Gras taste?
Israel
What?
or Palestine?
I'll take both of them.
Why?
It's a tie.
It's a tie?
It's a tie.
Israel or Palestine?
What?
Israel or Palestine?
I say we should give it back to Britain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, because if you look at like the history of America or the history of the world.
Chucky, Israel or Palestine? Israel or Palestine?
Israel or Palestine? Come on, you can't ask me that. Come on.
He's like, I'm not trying to get canceled.
You don't have to answer, dude. Just leave.
Israel or Palestine?
We got one.
Got one.
Palestine. Wait, what the fuck? Palestine.
Israel or Palestine?
Neither.
World's bravest centrist.
That's good. That's he said neither.
Neither.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I keep getting sidetracked here. Okay, so he should be genuine and show us off book behind the scenes of Biden. We get plenty of speeches written by other people and spin directed on the comms team by other platforms. I don't need him to stump her on TikTok or do a bunch of skits with celebrities. Just hand him the phone and let the man cook. Maybe show up in other TikTokers' videos. I'd love to see him playing cards by the pool with the old gays, grandfluencer stuff, talking about Medicare or Social Security. Annie Wu Henry is a Democratic digital strategist who famously ran Senator John Fetterman's TikTok account in 2022. They need to break through the apolitical and apathetic. So what's their takeaway from this article? What did you want me to look at here?
If you scroll, you go to Annie.
Comrade Batty, thank you for showing my video. You're welcome, Comrade Batty.
And Olivia's right there, but I think Jennifer changes the one after that as well.
So Olivia, Democratic activist, strategist, and social media creator with 648,000 followers on TikTok, says the Biden campaign should lose the traditional media polish. Social media, especially TikTok, thrives on parasocial interaction and relatability. How are you going to develop a parasocial relationship as Brandon though? You have to at least have a little bit of awareness. My man doesn't know his ass from his elbow. How the fuck's he gonna? How is he gonna? Okay. People are more likely to engage with content that feels like a FaceTime call instead of a newscast. The account has already done a good job with the content they've posted. It shows President Biden in a more casual and relaxed setting, which is something we don't see frequently. It's not only a nice change of pace, but I think it's nice to humanize our elected officials so we don't see them as just robots. It reminds folks that at the end of the day, they're normal people who work their constituents. Murat! Can you feed Fiona? Yeah. Thank you. They all have a say in civics if we're willing to speak on it and get engaged. So Gen Z, Claire Simon.
Yes.
Gen Z for Change Communications Coordinator and Election Projects Chair. Previously called TikTok for Biden in 2020, though the group was grown more critical of the president since he took office and was many to pen a letter to the president warning not to take young people's votes for granted amid concern over Gaza. I would be the first person to tell you about the power of TikTok as a campaign tool, so I would say this is not an unexpected move for the Biden campaign. Since 2020, TikTok has been proven again and again to be very powerful when it comes to politicians connecting with young people. So as someone who has worked in this intersection of politics and social media for a while now, I'm not at all surprised they hopped on. That being said, when it comes to the president of the United States of America using TikTok, this is really a substance over style issue. Yes, TikTok is where young people are right now, but it's where a lot of young people who are pretty unhappy with Biden are. And so what that means is just posting memes isn't really going to fix the issue for them. Political memes have their place. TikTok has its place. But, and especially when you're one of the most powerful people in the country, you have to use discretion and intentionality for them to be their best. While Joe Biden's team was posting content about Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl, the Israeli military was launching airstrikes into Rafah. And a lot of people I know read this as incredibly tone deaf. You can see it on the page too. Many of the top comments are about Palestine and Rafah. Even what they posted Monday, a dig at Trump about Roe v. Wade. I think it was another misstep.
I got rid of Roe v. Wade. I'm the one that got rid of.
Damn, this really banged, dude. 9,000 likes. Holy shit.
Roe v. Wade. And what I did by killing Roe v. Wade, I did it. And I'm proud to have done it.
Yeah, this is basically posturing and making light of an issue that is very serious for a lot of people. And if your expectation is that people have to go out and vote to stop this from happening, you shouldn't be flaunting this as a major dub for you, because this is good for people who are already invested in the Democratic Party, the dick riders of the Democratic Party, the loyalists of the Democratic Party. They will look at this situation and go, yeah, it's great that Trump is openly admitting this. Lol, right?
Yeah.
But many people who are who you're supposed to reach out to, who you're supposed to galvanize, or you're supposed to get out to vote for Roe v. Wade, to protect Roe v. Wade, to them, you're making light of the situation. You're oh, this is nothing but a fucking political tool for you that millions of people lost access to a medical, like a piece of medical care.
Yeah. And so it's just, young people like see that and they're like, they don't see like, oh yeah, this is what Trump did. This is why we need to vote for Biden. They see, okay, but it's been 4 years since Trump, and what have you done in any regard to fix any of the issues that you claim to care about? Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, this is a campaign account. Biden wants to convince young people that don't feel comfortable voting for him right now to change their minds. And there isn't a way around that besides listening to what's being asked of him. Action on Palestine, more climate initiatives, etc. Once he makes actual policy moves on those issues, TikTok will serve him as a great tool to authentically promote and share his work once it begins. But memes and digs at Trump won't get him very far in terms of swaying votes. There's so much more content I can think of as being a great move for him, but it's all dependent on actual actions he needs to make outside of everyone's phone screens and in the real world. This is a great take.
Yeah, Claire's awesome. She has communications for the organization. I think that the main point I wanted to make with this article specifically is you see a wide breadth of different people in like who make content on TikTok who are young people, and where I think Gen Z for Change differs than like other organizations like Voters of Tomorrow or like, you know, Olivia or Harry or whatever, is that no other organization really wants to be critical of Biden. They want those opportunities to go to the White House and meet with like, you know, politicians, and they won't ever like actually put their morals where they actually claim that they should be. And that's why I came back to Gen Z for Change. And that's why I think, at least in like how far you can do as like a, you know, youth activist organization, I think they're doing pretty well.
Okay. So you came here to defend Gen Z for Change. Got it.
I came here to support my friends. Shout out Claire.
Malik Davis, sophomore, Norfolk State University, best known for his POV and HBCU student account, which has 17.4K followers. Tyler Lickstein is an internet personality, podcast host. He has 1.3 million followers on TikTok. Don't try to be younger or cooler or different than you are.
It's just kind of crazy to me that like you see like, oh, don't be, you know, don't be so serious. Be a goofy old man. Young people don't like you for what you're doing in Palestine, how you're directly funding Israel. Don't be a silly, like be silly and goofy. It's totally okay.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy to me.
I think he should just do this.
Donald Trump, big news, big
True.
news. Donald Trump, oh boy, the DO, big news, oh boy. So Donald.
If we could get Biden hitting a oh boy, I'm voting for him. Fuck it.
That's all it takes.
Big news. There was more I wanted to. So you had some other stuff that you want to talk about. What is this?
That's the Biden TikTok.
Okay. What is this?
That's the Pokey clip.
Yeah. Oh, that you brought it in. Shameless self promo, streamer award journey.
Yeah, one of my chatters made a.
Oh wow.
My journey streamer award video.
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about your journey as well.
Yeah.
That. Wait, what is this VIP?
That's my. That's when you VIP me in chat.
Oh, this is when I VIP'd you?
If you were to do such a thing, I would.
Okay, well, we'll start off with this. Okay, what do you want to
Hello.
say?
Sorry, I was saying a little Maya.
Sean over Hasan says, Maya, don't even start with me, Maya. Okay.
Hey,
we got drama. We were supposed to do a collaborative stream. Okay. Where the fuck is our collab stream, Maya? This community paid so much money into Alveus, okay, for that collaborative stream.
It was like $26,000.
Exactly. It's fucked up.
Nominations are open for the Streamer Awards. So how you do it is you scroll down to me at number 8 and you say SeanDaBlack and you click submit all.
This year's Hidden Gem nominees are the Everything Now
But Kitty
Show.
put me last. I was terrified.
Something's wrong with the G diffuser.
Bisexual icon JF Gay became a follower.
The next nominee is Lana May.
Okay.
The next nominee is Gappy V. And your final nominee for Hidden Gem goes to SeanDaBlack.
Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm wearing your merch.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Okay, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna skip through it a little bit.
Okay.
Flash is the top.
What did Ludwig say?
Sean.
Flash is the bottom? No, Flash is the top. Reverse Flash is the bottom, but apparently they're both switches because now, originally, Flash was the bottom and the Flash was the bottom and the Reverse Flash was the top and the Godspeed is sandwiched in the middle of the two men. So it was like a three-man sandwich. What sense does this make? Please, somebody explain to me how this could even happen.
I love his voice. I have no idea what he's talking about, though. Hold on. Sorry. I was focused on listening to him speak. Let me listen to what he's saying.
Bottom? No, Flash is the top. Reverse Flash is the bottom.
I think he's support a little bit.
They're both switches because now, originally, the Reverse Flash was the bottom and the Flash was the bottom and the Reverse Flash was the top and the Godspeed is sandwiched in the middle of
This is all just reactions?
No, I still don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, and then it goes into the.
How this even happened and why are they even fighting with?
I still don't know what the fuck was going on there. Okay, we're gonna skip through this. Okay. Well,
That was just like.
Oh, that's it. It's
reactions,
just
yeah.
like. Oh, okay.
Couple of
This is
reactions.
reactions. Lamau, you see this? Millennials and Gen Z are pulling bigger paychecks.
Went to a stream together where you pick trash up together. Sure.
Sean, want to do a stream together where we pick trash up together? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Maya. Okay, Maya.
I'll do it.
Rude.
Black History Month. You don't need the content with Hasan.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Pick Hasan up. Fizz is crazy.
Okay.
I was talking about my journey.
Oh yeah, you were gonna talk about your journey.
Yeah.
So this is when I VIP'd you. Let's look at this.
Now that just disrupts the process a little bit. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, they'll still be able to get.
You might have to skip forward a little bit. I don't know if I got the timestamp correct. Just like.
But yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, a TikToker has made a script to flood text abortion whistleblower site with fake information. An easy-to-use iOS shortcut lets non-technical users bombard the site according to Motherboard's test. Man, I'm really worried about covering this.
Okay, so here's the.
I mean, that would be so bad if people did that. So I probably shouldn't cover this, exactly detailing how you can do that.
IP banned me. Found out this morning. Okay, so when I access the site, it gives me something that looks like this.
Damn, you had a glow up.
I did.
You definitely had a little bit of a glow up here.
That was my COVID look. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
It's like this. But before that, I was able to get. That was you. There was people who didn't know that was me.
Yeah.
48 more. So
yeah, this is like, this is years ago at this point. September 2nd, 2021.
300. But then I started thinking, what if I made this a bit easier for everybody? So I made an iOS shortcut. You might be asking yourself, what does the iOS shortcut do? Well, it picks a random city, county, and Texas zip code, and all the other information, puts it in the form. Yeah, this goes on for a little while, actually. So if you go to the website from your iOS device, you click the shortcut.
Or like turning your fucking router on and off, but some might not. But ultimately, you know, there is a process. You can use a VPN, for example, to like, you know, you could use a VPN, for example, where, you know, you can get around that. I mean, that would be terrible. Obviously, you should not do that. I mean, I'm into this code.
My streams are so boring.
So when you're making and do this, do spam reports that have like a human being.
Low Bear, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good
you're
stream.
Reporting on, and it doesn't have to be a real.
So yeah, this was Baby Sean.
This was
doing illicit activities. Okay.
Human being.
And you wanted to talk about your journey, so let's do it.
So that's where I started. I started by doing the spamming campaigns in September, and I think I had like 15,000 followers on TikTok before you reacted to it. I think Mike reacted to it in the morning, and one of Mike's chatters got it and then sent it to in this chat. And I was watching you for, I think I was a 9-month sub at this point. So I didn't really chat a lot. I just kind of lurked in here and just was like watching to like see your takes. Because I was still learning like my political identity. I knew that like I wasn't a liberal because liberals suck. But I didn't really truly know what leftism was until like getting to this community. And so it was kind of great to like finally have an area in a space where I'm like, okay, well, like, what is this? What is this leftist thing? What does it mean to be like anti-capitalist? Capitalism does kind of suck, and I hate it a lot. And because like growing up in like high school and stuff, like I was cringe. I was part of ROTC, and so I was like right there. I was like about to sign the line to like join the military because I just didn't know how I was going to pay for college. And like I'd say like I was like groomed into trying to join by like my recruiter. Like he would like come to my house and like he would like walk in our backyard to try to like knock on our door to get inside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like he pulled me out of school one day to be like, all right, we're gonna go sign your contract now. So he signed me out of school, put me in his car, and he drove me downtown to like the Army recruiting office. And I was just like, I was freaking out because I didn't want to join. I was thinking about it because like I need to pay for college, but I was like, what do I do? So I ended up like just like completely shutting down and having to call my dad to come pick me up. But it was after that I was just like, oh, this sucks, bro.
He laid it on too thick, which saved you, I feel like, a little bit.
Like, cause like he told me that I was have like a nice cushy job or whatever. He's like, dog, you're gonna be doing like cyber stuff. It's gonna be so sick. You're not gonna see combat a day in your life. I get there. I talked to his boss. He's like, sorry, dog, you're too late. The cyber stuff is already gone. But we can get you as a financial analyst, though. Like, you got to sign it now because that can be gone, too. You're going to be in infantry. And I'm just like, I don't know. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And so, like, I completely shut down because, like, it was, like, too much for me. But after that, I was just like, dog, I hate, like, capitalism. I hate having to, like, worry about, like, how I'm going to pay for college because my parents were putting 3 kids through school. And so, like, they weren't going to, like, pay for me to go through the college. I was going to have to get through student loans and stuff. And so with COVID happening and, you know, a bunch of other stuff going on in my life, I found leftism. I found this community. And it was so great. It was a great way to, like, vent my frustrations with the current system while doing things that I felt were, like, impactful to people. That's how I got into, like, making content and then coding and stuff like that. And then from there, I joined Gen Z for Change later that year. We did a lot more campaigns. I started making YouTube videos, started focus on doing a couple of YouTube videos, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my content. So I made a few videos. One that did very well, thanks to FD Signifier. Shout out FD Signifier, of course. I think like he came here, shouted me out. I want to you know, also come here and shout him out because he found my video when it was at 200 viewers. I had 200 subscribers. He shouted me out and he blasted it. It has like 150,000 views now. And so that was so sick to see because I had just left Gen Z for Change. And I was like, I'm going to try this thing. And if it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. And so after that, I had rejoined Gen Z for Change later on. And I was working at an internship all of my college career. And in November of last year, my boss just like stopped responding to me. My team stopped responding to me. Nobody talked to me at work. So I'd sign into work. You know, I'd go and I'd do research. I code and stuff.
They pulled the Japanese move on you?
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
So it wasn't until like a month of that where I was like, nobody's like responding to me, that my boss pulls me into the HR company called the police. Or they called me saying that they were going to call the police to like do a wellness check. Like, we haven't heard from you. You haven't responded to us before. So like, we thought you were dead. I'm like, nobody responded to my emails. I was like not on any of the meetings. I've taken off the meetings. And so I was just like, well, I mean, I guess they're going to fire me, but I'm going to keep working until they let me go because I'm getting paid. And so they were like, if you don't answer this, like they texted me at like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's like, if you don't call us or respond to your emails by 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to send the police to your house for a wellness check. And so I called my parents, and then my mom drove to my apartment and knocked on my door and opened it up. And it was like, are you alive? Because like your job just called us saying that like you weren't responding to them. And I was like, I've been sitting here waiting for like my boss to get back to me, and he just never has. And so I found out in November that they weren't bringing me back. Surprise, surprise. And I just graduated, so I didn't know what I was doing with my life. So I was like, all right, I'm going to give myself 6 months. I'm going to give myself until June to try this streaming thing. And if the streaming thing takes off, then we can reevaluate from there. But if not, I'm gonna go job searching against like a regular wage slave to the capitalist system. Luckily, things looked up from there. Twitch partnered me in January, and I was invited to TwitchCon for the TwitchCon, the Streamer Awards, and everything since then has been moving very quickly. And so I've seen a lot of support from people. So I think people don't really understand like how much it means to me when they are reviewing my fit and be like, bro, this is the best dressed person of the night, or this Sean person is really funny, because it has been a journey to like get here. I almost quit streaming like twice because Twitch refused to partner me in August because I hit the requirements in August. 75 hours viewers. I had very good numbers. I was like averaging 100 something viewers. But Twitch was like, cool content, it's too reactionary. We're not going to partner you. They said you're too reactionary.
I think they just meant like you're reacting to YouTube videos, though, not like. Yeah, I've seen other partners get hit with that, or former, like before they became partners, get hit with that.
And so I tried doing gaming content, but when I did gaming content, everybody left.
Yeah.
And so I went from having 120 average viewers to 40 viewers trying to play different games. And so it was a struggle trying to get this off the ground. But we hit it. We were here now. And that's sort of how I got to where I am today, which is why I'm forever grateful to you, Hasan, and to this community, because that's how I got here where I am today. Without this community, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be at the Streamer Awards. And so I am eternally grateful for that, for sure.
Which, of course, leads me after that touching experience to tell everyone that at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. But beyond that, we are going to now.
That's funny.
Do the do-rag portion of the stream for a brief moment. I've been memeing about like the do-rag stream, obviously for a while. I did not want this to be like me wearing a fucking do-rag and like have that take away from Sean talking about what he wanted to talk about. You won the bet, bro. Why are you putting it on? Well, we're still gonna do it. We're still gonna do it for the culture.
I will say that to be fair, because the bet didn't officially go off, I won't make you put it on stream. I know like there is a good chance you would get canceled for it.
No, it's fine.
I think it's hilarious.
I don't give a shit. We can do it. It's fine.
So, I have a couple of options.
You brought multiple do-rags.
I did, because I brought do-rags with me to wear, but they're only black ones. So I went on Amazon and the Dollar General, and we have a bunch.
Okay.
So these are the boring ones.
All right, at least we can make it informative. What's the significance of the do-rag, and why do people wear the do-rag?
So in the black community, do-rags have a lot of cultural significance, along with bonnets. And they've been demonized heavily because of that, because of their association with blackness. It's textbook white supremacy. And so what do-rags and bonnets and like silk scarves and stuff often are there to protect black hair when you're going to sleep. So black hair is because it's so like not coarse, but like thick. It retains, or it needs to retain a lot of moisture, and that moisture is lost if you are like have like a cotton pillowcase or whatever. You're tossing and turning at night, and so to retain that moisture, you wear some sort of head covering in order to lock that moisture in to keep your hair from drying out, which can also ruin your style. So if you got like a new style, your hair will like frizz up and stuff if you don't have the proper head covering, which my hair always does regardless, because my do-rags always fall off. But that's sort of like the cultural significance of the do-rag. And they've sort of transformed that from like just its head covering into like a signifier with the black community. So like you'll see people who of all kinds wearing do-rags if they have an association with the black community, or want to have association with the black community. Like Chet Hanks, shout out Chet Hanks and his do-rag escapades, I guess.
The most quirked up white boy to ever do it.
True.
Silk bonnets are good for all hair types too. It prevents hair loss. Okay.
True.
What's the wave meta?
So waves are basically laid down curls that sort of make like a wavy pattern in your hair. So when I had short hair, I had pseudo waves. They were like very small. They were basically like ripples, but you can say I had waves. And so what the do-rag does, or wave caps do, is it kind of tightens down your hair and it compresses it, and like it forms those ridges in your hair of the curls.
Okay.
And so that's what the wave meta is. And so you have people doing like 360 waves, where they, instead of having waves just at the top of their head, they have waves all across their head, and it goes in like a 360, like it's all around their head. And that's where do-rags also come into place for keeping that style and compressing your hair down as well.
Talk about wolfing.
Wolfing is essentially growing your hair out while continuing to brush it. And so your hair is growing out and you're making your waves more prominent. So when you finally cut your waves down, your hair is low, but your waves are as pronounced as they were when you were wolfing, which is basically just growing your hair out while still waving.
Okay. All right, let's do it. For those of you who don't know, one of you guys sent me a do-rag before in a P.O. box many, many years ago, and I have technically put on the do-rag on stream before during that P.O. box. Pay attention, there's a quiz. Shut up, Splatty Matty.
And so there's we have a couple of options. We have some plain ones. These are kind of boring. This is a purple one right here. This is a red one. I have this one at home actually. It's like a, what is this? A burgundy? And this is a dark navy.
Okay.
And then we have some cool stylistic ones. You have a purple and black checkered pattern one.
Is that Lil Bow Wow?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, it is.
What the fuck?
He's like, yeah, this is a big do-rag line person. Like he has a big do-rag line.
Okay.
This is a tie-dye one. This is a blue tie-dye.
Vibrant and fashionable Bow Wow Power Wave. Wow. With tie-dye fashion do-rag. This one is vibrant and fashionable tie-dye pattern. Ultimate compression for 360 waves. Super durable construction. Large and stylish cape. 40 by 3 long tail. Secure tie down. One size fits all. It's available in black, blue, Mars, and Galaxy.
Yep.
Manufactured in 2022. IV Enterprises Inc. Port Washington, New York. Hashtag Power Wave. Hashtag Red by Kiss. Hashtag Bow Wow X Power Wave.
Not an ad though. Unless
Yeah.
you want to sponsor me, I will take your sponsorship.
I'm not stalling. I'm just like, I'm giving you guys the full thing.
There's also
okay?
this one, which is a half yellow, half gold, half
What the fuck?
half
Wow.
black. So there's a couple options. I don't know which one you wanna.
What would
do.
I go for here? What am I digging? I immediately go for
Go
the
for
tie-dye,
tie-dye?
but no. I
mean, you go with tie-dye. That's sick.
I think the purple one is what I want to go with.
Okay.
I really like the red and the purple. These two are my favorites.
Sick.
But I think we're gonna do
this one.
Let's do this one.
Okay.
Black and Nails, the ANCAP do-rag. Yeah. I got the Akatsuki one, a Demon Slayer one, a Sharingan one, and a One Piece one. That's sick.
Okay.
Okay, how do I put this on?
Okay, so essentially, all right, boom, that's actually perfect. I'm gonna take my do-rag off. We're gonna do a do-rag tie-in stream.
Okay. Like this?
A bit. So what you want to do is you want to take it and you want to put the front on your
my forehead.
Your forehead. Yep.
Okay.
You want to take the two strands back. We want to make sure your line is in the middle.
Yeah. I think it's in the middle, right?
No, not at all. Like.
Not at all. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you want to take them and you want to tie.
Like a knot?
Yeah, just like go over once for like the first loop. So not like a knot, because you want to go back around a second time.
Okay, I just put it one over the other one time.
Yep. And you pull.
And you pull forward.
Yep. And then you want to
tighten the top.
Make sure it's like straight, and then you take one edge. Where's the edge at?
Oh wait, I have to make sure it's straight. Fuck. This is not easy.
It's not. And you should take like one of the edges and then like go around the front and make sure it like lays down flat.
Okay.
And then you go back around the front as well.
I did not do a good job with this.
I think it's perfect.
I did not do a good job with this at all. Okay. Okay. And then knot it.
Yep. Perfect.
This did not. This
perfect.
It's so tight. I mean, it's so tight.
That's what you're supposed to do. It lays it down so you can get waves.
So if I wore this, I'd be wavy?
Yeah. You would have to first like lay your hair down, like brush it down.
Okay. I don't think I did a good job with this. I fucked it up. Oh, yours is like perfectly straight. Mine is like.
Cause like you want to do one side first and then the other side as well. You did them both at the same time. You'll be like an X.
Is that a vibe? Is that like a thing? Is that
sure? Yeah, new meta.
Yeah, cool people are doing this.
Help him, Sean.
actually.
No, this is perfect. This is hilarious.
There it is. Hasan after today.
True.
This, I feel like this literally doesn't look like a do-rag on my head. Like it looks like I'm wearing like I'm a pirate.
And that's sick. Also, some people do this where they put the flap over their head.
Like that?
Yes. That's perfect.
I'm fucking.
That's perfect.
There you go. This is so dumb. Okay. All right.
All right. Do the fist. Do the fist. Black History Month, baby. Yeah. Dub.
I'm so fucking canceled. No one does that. People are saying you're faking me out with this.
No, some people do it.
He's the specialist here, okay? Not you.
True.
Twitter's gonna eat you alive. Whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? Hasan cancellation stream finally. All the haters thriving today. Yeah, the D in Monkey D Luffy is for do-rag.
True.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm gonna look wavy as fuck, dude.
This is gonna be Hasan for sure.
Yeah, I'm getting the waves. It's making my hair a little itchy.
You can take it off now.
No, I'm gonna keep
You
it.
keep it on?
Yeah, I'm keeping it on.
All right. Let this be known. I gave him out. He kept it on.
Yeah. No, I like it. Okay, I like it. This is we had to do it. This is like Nancy Pelosi kneeling.
True.
This is get this do-rag. Yeah, this is sick.
That one's sick.
It's possible. How to get waves?
White Boy Waves 1.
White Boy Waves 1 with 1 million views. Oh my god.
So I mean, basically.
Oh my god!
Just working on my connections like a madman. As you can see, I busted out the old.
Okay, pause
for all
it.
you guys that.
What connections basically are? Sometimes when you like are waving down your hair, you won't naturally connect the waves. So sometimes your waves will be disconnected.
Mhm.
And so what some people work on is that they have to work on getting their waves like all the way around. So like a one line all the way around your head, all the way down your head. And so that's what connections mean in like the waving community.
Okay, that's crazy. This is.
I know about the crowns. You know exactly what this baby is, but
you know
you
exactly
can tell,
what this
the
baby
connections
is.
are starting to come in a little bit heavier because I have been using the premium brush. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I've messed up my sides a little bit the last time, so I mean they're starting to grow back a little bit.
Yeah, because he has straight hair.
And same thing with this side.
Right,
so,
that's what it is.
honestly,
Like, because
other
he
than
is
that, not
he
really.
has straight hair, so it's like way more strandy than like 4C hair. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean you can tell like when he moved it, when he touched it, his hair, you can see the hair like being laid down. And so his hair, like this is like if somebody's hair was like his length and they were black, they would be like wolfing. And so you would cut that lower, so it's like, you know, like 0.5 or like 1, I don't know what the specific range is, where your hair is like super low.
yeah, this is what I don't know what happened. This is what it looks like for me. This is patient 0. This is the same disease Travis Kelce caught. Yeah, this is I'm beginning my journey today
In a week.
as a white
Just
boy with
steady
waves.
brushing every single day. Trying to get some work done on my crown. Let me give you a little shot of it.
Oh,
It's
no.
probably all out of whack.
Oh no.
But yeah. This is week 12. I mean, I'm probably going to have to go the whole 14. I don't know. To be honest, I'm gonna stop giving you guys a time frame because, to be honest, I'm just gonna keep going until I can't.
Dude, don't turn around. Oh no,
he's pushing too much, dog. Your crown's not supposed to be that big. That's a bald spot.
So
finasteride now.
We get a lot of support. I mean, I really, really appreciate that from everybody. Little.
This is an 11-year-old YouTube video. Like it's crazy to 12-year-old YouTube video.
He started a wave.
Yeah, this guy was way ahead of the curve, in my opinion.
True.
I wonder what he's doing now. Let's see if there's an update. 10 years ago. Oh, he stopped.
Sad.
He basically stopped after. Seems. He's probably bald by now. Yeah, there's no way he's doing waves now. You know for a fact this man is bald now? Yeah, we do. He needs to go to Turkey. Keep wearing the durag, and this is gonna be you. Eminem Türkiye Ramazan Özel. Look at the banner. Like,
that's very like 20. What is it? 20? What was 11 years ago? 2013.
2012. Yeah.
He has a Twitter.
Durag like hairdo are popular among Indian Muslims. We use a kerchief to tie it under a helmet. Yeah, that's true. Why is the banner a woman kissing a child? I don't know. Oh my God, he has a Twitter. Wait, hold up. Does not. Wait,
this is okay.
No, this is a different person.
Oh,
because it says joined February 2021.
You're right. He might have lost the.
Yeah, and it doesn't, and they haven't even said anything since then. And they have a Twitch channel, but I'm not gonna look at that. Someone send him the Dixerto link. What is the Dixerto link?
Send him a pic and ask for his feedback.
White boy waves 1 implies the existence of white boy waves without the 1. I agree. Okay. What? It's a meme. You look like my uncle before he ties his turban. What is this?
Not enough melanin in my skin. My only sin being part White Walker. I moonwalked out of a white crevice when I was born.
There's a whole TikTok account called Biracial Lounge. Oh God. It's logic.
Started doing the Dougie on the hospital floor. The nurses were aghast, but my mama said, no, that's just the way of her father's.
This has got to be Lin-Manuel Miranda's fault, right? Like, it's got to be like Logic and Lin-Manuel Miranda is responsible for this. I think. Yo, I love her. Her whole shtick is cringe. Got that rap.
I guess I'm just a play date to you.
He's not even wearing a do-rag. It's a bandana.
Yeah.
Why are you torturing my life? Is bad enough I come here for joy? What do you mean? What's more joyful than this? What are you talking about? You guys wanted this, and I'm doing it.
This is true.
Megaphonics, why are you sending this? Oh my God, dude. Like, who sends a Will Smith meme, dude? Like, you are such a boomer. It's not even, I don't even know what to tell you. Here, Hasan, funny.
What's up, Holmes?
Okay, I can see this. Like, I can see him saying the N-word in one of these. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Come on. You got the dude.
He should be in prison.
I love the walk. I don't know. It's like a new thing he's got going on. I kind of dig that. Yeah, it's tremendous.
He does. I know he says the N-word. I know. That's why.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
He has multiple.
Nice touch, huh?
One for every fit, dude. That's how it works.
You're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I'm down.
It's kind of wild because
what's up?
I didn't know this, but like I went down this like weird rabbit hole a while back where people were talking about how what's his face is actually dope. Like there's a lot of like black wrestling fans do There's a lot of black wrestling fans that apparently loved his like original before he went ROTC. He was like a white rapper. John Cena had like his whole shtick was that he was like a white rapper, and apparently he was able to he was able to not, well, one, back then everyone was doing it, that was the wave, but Doctor of Thugonomics.
Jeez.
No, don't show me Vince McMahon saying the N-word. Okay, no, I want the Thugonomics thing. Like he did a whole rap album.
I respect that.
It's crazy. Is this this is John Cena rap battles a fan? 46. Dude, this is a relic. This is like a cultural relic.
17 years ago.
This is like a different era. It's probably even older than 17.
I feel like 17 is like a low number.
Yeah, this is goddamn, dude.
He's got a plan. He's chilling in the building.
Oh my god.
Hey, bro.
What? Yo! Bars. Oh my god. I hate you for 2 words. Illegal immigration. Okay.
That's wild.
That's incredible.
I was thinking, what could he say after reverse discrimination? And those were not the 2 words I was thinking of.
Dude, he spat for real.
He can't stop.
Fucking got him. You're gay, son. It's funnier when you consider John's brother is gay. It's so, dude, see, this is why like a fucking cancel culture and whatnot is so silly sometimes. Like this dude is like, I feel like every single person now only sings his praises.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he seems like a very nice dude. What is that? That is way too high,
This
dude.
is why I always say I would defend Travis Kelce. If this never happens again, I'll be happy.
It's just, oh my God. That's like, that is way too high.
There's no fade, Chad.
John Cena, that's reverse discrimination. Well, I'm the guy who loves miscegenation. Oh, damn. Bars. That would have not did well in that audience, I think, at the time, though.
Honestly, he said illegal immigration. Audience went crazy.
Yeah. But I think he's a bad guy at that point.
Really?
Yeah. Was he a bad guy when he was like the term I will not say that is the N-word, but with a W in front of it? Like that was the era. It was his heel era. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is like, so a lot of people forget that like we're thinking about this in terms of like what you're seeing, and you're thinking about like John Cena as like a positive figure.
Right.
But I think like at WWE, like wrestling is really interesting because like they will, if someone is a bad guy, they are supposed to do bad things. So him doing that is like supposed to be bad, kind of.
Okay.
Like
it was social commentary.
And then he went he went from thugonomics to like being the military guy. Like he changed his like whole shtick.
It's pretty sick, actually.
It's called the kayfabe. FD has a video on it. Yeah, he allowed on television at the time. That's another like cultural relic. It's really interesting to think about as well, because like you obviously have the Black Eyed Peas, for example. The Let's Get It Started was like Let's Get It R-worded was this was his thing. Yeah. Y'all hating because he's a bigger China simp than you? Dude, yeah, that's true.
Potatoes in your crack. That's a nice tattoo of your mother on your back.
Two-way
Paul Berry said you shared the same coffin.
It's crazy given how big wrestling in WWE is with Latino community. I worked in a kitchen with a Mexican chef and he had a John Cena shirt on. Wait, what? They don't. Yeah, most people in the real world don't actually, especially at the time, didn't give a fuck about this. But also, there's There's one group that is not anywhere near as. All right, I'm gonna take the do-rag off at this point. It's getting real itchy for me.
Fair.
The do-rag it's like the sorting hat at Hogwarts. It's telling me not to wear it by being itchy on my head. But your waves, see, dude, it's already working. You see that?
True.
Yeah.
Halfway there.
Yeah, wave check. There you go, guys. So not a do-rag stream, just a do-rag segment? Yeah, it was never supposed to be a do-rag stream, dude. What the fuck?